Alright guys, this is how we roll. Here we have chili, olive oil, so chili powder, just a half a teaspoon, olive oil, sliced garlic and thyme from the garden. Put it on baking paper on a tray, put it in the oven, 5 to 7 minutes, let it cook through, just a little bit, to soften the garlic. You don't need to see me show you how to chop the garlic. So there's your marinade for the salmon we're going to be cooking. This here is onion, red onion, garlic, just softening in a wok for our Chinese broccoli. Oh, so fresh. Love the stuff. Chinese broccoli. Eat it twice a week. Now, the salmon is about to go in, so I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, this is the fresh salmon we picked up down at the local, straight from Sydney fish markets. And we're going to get that into the marinade and just smear it through just a little bit, just to get coated. There we go, that'll do. Now the second piece. Now if you're doing more than a couple of pieces, I would suggest just using separate pouches so that you don't get too much liquid and you get that crispy skin that we all like with our salmon. Now the advantage of doing this in the oven is you don't have to make your whole house smell like fish, especially when it's winter and you can't open the windows to air it out. So now we're just going to wrap this and put it in the oven. There you go guys, there is the wrapped salmon, and now we're going to pop that in the oven. I forgot to mention, we've also got some eggplant in the oven. You'll see it when it's done. This here is the mustard seeds. If you don't have any, go and get some. Now you want to temper that in the onion just for a couple of minutes. You'll know when it's done, when it starts crackling, popping, almost jumping out of the wok. So just give it a minute. It's going to taste great. So even if you haven't done it right, it's going to be great. So the next step is to add our Chinese broccoli. So what I've done here is I've got the stalky bits on this side, the leafy bits on this side. So now we just want to add the stalky bits first. So there's half added. We're keeping some leaf aside so we don't soften the whole thing too much. Now, just want to give it a quick stir fry. We've got this on a medium heat. Now you're going to be putting this down to low shortly, because you want it to really infuse all that flavour of the garlic, the mustard seeds, and the oyster sauce and the soy sauce we're going to be adding. So just give it a little stir. And just going to let it glaze with the infused oils. That's been about 30 seconds. I'm trying to do this all on video for you guys. So here, we're going to add in a little dash of water. A splash of soy, not too much. If you want a measurement, I'd say half a teaspoon. A teaspoon, if you like things a little bit saltier. Now, I've just added some oyster sauce. And again, It's up to you how much you want to add. I've added a tablespoon. And there it is, you can see it in chunks. So we're just going to stir that in a little bit. Now I've got it on high because of the water, but again we're going to be simmering it. Now you want to add the remaining leaves that are a bit softer and you need less time to cook. So just stir that in, just to get all the vegetables wet, because essentially you're going to be steaming it with the lid on in just a minute. So now we're going to reduce it to low and put our lid on. And that's going to sit for about 6 to 7 minutes until tender. When I say tender, it doesn't mean mush, it means just right. Meanwhile guys, salmon's still going, and so is the eggplant. Now, in a few minutes, we will be unwrapping the salmon to get that crispiness. So I'll say maybe another 7 or 8 minutes, because it is a thick piece of fish and it will take a few minutes to cook. So we'll see you at about 8:37. The cub's asleep. We've got a glass of red, and we're also having boiled rice with our meal. And it's 8:36, so a little bit earlier than I promised, but I think our Chinese broccoli is just about ready. So we will turn this off, give it a little stir. Oh, look at that, goodness. That's going to go well with our boiled rice. Give it a little stir and let it relax there, right there, just for another minute to absorb all the juices, and then we'll put it in a dish. Alright, so we're just going to unveil our salmon, nice and moist, in the wrap. You can use foil, but baking paper will be a lot less cleaning up in case it sticks and oozes and all kinds of stuff. So I'm just going to unwrap it, make sure they're not touching, for maximum heat, and pop it back in the oven. There it is, a bit dark. And we'll check on our eggplant. It's looking perfect. We've just got olive oil, oregano, and a bit of salt. So it took me about 2 minutes while holding the camera to adjust that piece of fish, but we're going to give it another 2 minutes. 8:42, it's lights out on the oven, the Chinese broccoli is ready, we'll be having dinner. And there it is. As promised, 2 minutes later, succulent salmon fillets. There's my spinach, Chinese broccoli, and eggplant. Nice and crisp. And how's that for a Monday night meal? Chinese broccoli, succulent salmon, and crispy eggplant. I've just halved the salmon, so we've got a couple more portions, but just wanted to show you guys what it looks inside. Just need the camera to focus. It's quite succulent inside. Enjoy.